Ji Assalamu alaikum boys. Today we have a topic under discussion is lowest common multiple. Lowest common multiples basically stands for LCM. Okay, now over here the word lowest, you can treat it as a smallest. It means they are talking about the smallest multiple of the given numbers. Okay, now just check out. There is a term used multiple. Now you people have already done with multiples in the earlier classes, but now I will give you the brief description of what are multiples. That is simply a reminder for you people. Okay, now it says a multiple of a number is that number multiplied by an integer. Now it says that a multiple of a number is that number multiplied by any integer. If there is any number and you want to work out the multiples of that number, so you can simply multiply that number by the integer. Okay? And then you will get the multiples of the given numbers. Okay, now let's have a look. I have taken a number 5. Okay, and I need to know the multiples of 5. So it means 5 is a number whom I need to know the multiples. So I will multiply it by 1. When I multiply 5 by 1, it will become 5. Okay, let's have a look to the other one. Now again, I want to know the other multiple, the second multiple. So 5 obviously multiply by 2 and it will become 10. Now again, I need to know the next multiple, that is 5 multiplied by 3 is equals to 15. Okay, similarly, I wanted to know the other one, which is 5 multiplied by 4 is equals to 20. Now just check out. As I told you in the beginning that I need to know the multiples of 5, so I have taken 5 and I multiplied 5 one by one with the integer. Okay, and then I will come to the multiples for the 5. So it means 5, 10, 15 and 20 are the multiples of 5, whereas 1, 2, 3, 4 and it will move on will be the integers. Hence 5, 10, 15 and 20 are the multiples of 5. So basically that is how we come to know that how can we work out for the multiples of any number. It could be any number. Now let's move on to the actual topic. As we were talking about the LCM, so now there will be a brief explanation about LCM, that what is LCM basically. Okay, now it says the LCM of two or more numbers. Yes, whenever we are talking about the LCM, so it will be based on two or more than two number. It could be 2, 3, 4 or whatever, but it will be more than one. So the LCM of two or more numbers is the smallest number that is evenly divisible by all the numbers in a set. So it means that LCM will be the smallest number of the smallest multiples of the given numbers. So now I have taken certain examples. In the first example, it says that the LCM of 6 and 10 is 30. Okay, let's move on. Now in the second one, it says that the LCM of 12, 18 and 20 is 180. Now the point is how we will come to know that this will become 30 and this will become 180. There is need to find out one by one with a proper working. Okay, let's move on to the next slide. In this slide, I will explain you how to work out when you are dealing with the two numbers. So there are two numbers I have taken, that is again 6 and 10. This method is basically called a division method. I can work out LCM by another method as well, but this is the simplest and time saving method, which is called a division method. Okay, now I have taken 6 and 10. The same thing you need to do is that you have to check out by which table or by which number you can divide 6 and 10. Okay, so I will come to know that 2 is the possibility, the smallest possibility. So 2 multiplied by 3 will give you 6. Okay, then 2 times 5 will become 10. Okay, now move on. Again, 3 and 5. I have to check out, is there any common possibility for them? No. This time there is no common possibility for 3 and 5. So what I am going to do is I can divide them individually, one by one. So 3 will be divisible by 3 only. So I took 3 times 1 is 3. And this 5 will remain as it is. I will just put it as it is. Now in the next one, I will take 5. And now 5 and this one will continue as it is, as we are done with this number, but we need to divide this number, so it will become 5 ones are 5. So that is how I simply have now 1 and 1 as a remainder, whereas 2, 3 and 5 will become the factors of that numbers. Okay, now how to work out, how to get an answer for that is that I simply have to multiply the factors with each other. Now when 2 multiplied by 3, it will become 6 and this 5 will be as it is. There is need to show a working and the steps as well. So now 6 multiplied by 5 is 30. So that is how I come to know that LCM of 6 and 10 is 30. Okay, now just move on. This time I have taken 3 numbers. Okay, again the 3 numbers. And again, I have took the same method, which is the division method. Okay, the numbers are 12, 18 and 20. So again, I have to check out by which number I can divide all 3 of them. So the possibility is 2. 2 times 6 is 12. Okay, 2 times 9 is 18. Okay, and 2 times 10 is 20. So I am having 6, 9 and 10. Now there is need to work out again for the common possibility. I can divide 6 and 10 by 2, whereas I can divide 9 and 6 by 3. But every time we look for the smallest possibility, so I will prefer to go with 2 first. So 2 times 3 is 6. There is no I can't divide 9 by 2, so 9 will be as it is, and 2 times 5 is 10. Okay, now I have 3, 9 and 5. There is need to work out again, so what I did is I did 3 as a common factor. So 3 times 1 will give you 3. 3 multiplied by 1 is 3, and 3 times 3 is 9. So 5 will become as it is. Now in the next number, or for the next factor, I have to check out 1, 3 and 5. So there is no common possibility, so I am going to take them on individual basis. 3 multiplied by 1 is 3, whereas 5 will become as it is, and in the next one 5 we are going to divide 5 for this, the remaining 5. So what I have as a remainder is 1, 1 and 1 for all 3 of numbers. So now the factors which I have, that is 2, 2, 3, 3 and 5. So now we need to work out for the answer. So now I have taken all the factors, so I will multiply them one by one. 2 multiplied by 2 is 4, 3 multiplied by 3 is 9, and 5 will be as it is. Now next, 4 multiplied by 9 is 36, and 5 will become as it is. So now the final answer is 180. That is how we will come to know that how can we find out LCM for 3 numbers. One more thing, boys, that there is need to focus is that whenever you are dealing with the LCM, you will get always the remainders 1. Okay, in LCM, whenever you are working for LCM, so remainder should be 1 over there. So it means if there is a common possibility, you can go for that, but if there is no more common possibility, so you can work them out on individual basis. Okay, now there are certain questions and you have to work them out. Question says, find the LCM of each of the following. A part 15 and 25, B part 40 and 32, in the C part 12, 18 and 27, whereas the D part again based on 3 numbers 38, 16 and 14. Okay boys, I think you can attempt them easily, and if there is any problem, so we will discuss it, no issue. Thank you so much. Have a nice day. Allah Hafiz.